If you're considering a used 2015 to 2021 Kia Sedona, you found the right video, and I'm about to give you 5 tips to help make sure you find the best used copy that you can for the dollar. This generation Sedona was all new for model year 2015, making its debut in the springtime of 2014 and flaunting a total redesign to push style, safety, space, and comfort to new levels. The overall footprint was largely unchanged versus the previous generation, though shoppers upgrading from an earlier unit to a model from this generation will find additional shoulder, leg, and hip room, as well as more generous use of premium soft-touch materials through the new cabin. Built-in fabric protection applied at the factory helps resist stains and smells, and the second-row seats slide and fold upright for added flexibility. The new chassis boasted a nearly 40% advantage in torsional rigidity versus its closest competitor, benefiting ride comfort, refinement, and noise levels. Under the hood, it's a 3.3-liter V6 with gasoline direct injection, or GDI, good for 276 horsepower and 248 pounds of torque. Elsewhere in this generation, you'll find high-output USB charging ports, a household power outlet, a next-generation UVO infotainment system, surround view parking monitor, and more. Tip number 1. Model year matters. For model year 2016, the Sedona was largely carried over from the previous launch year. Model year 2017 brought autonomous emergency braking to the mix of available driver assist systems, and the infotainment system was upgraded to include Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. If you're set on either of those features, you're looking for a 2016 or later unit. You'll also find an acoustic windshield to help reduce noise and dynamic bending lights to steer illumination into corners after dark. Model year 2018 brought some changes to the available colors, and model year 2019 saw the Sedona facelifted for a bolder appearance and fitted with a new 8-speed automatic to improve performance and efficiency. So if it's in your budget, a 2019 or newer unit may be the best value for you. Tip number 2. Locks and battery. Some owners have reported door locks that seem to develop a mind of their own. Many have not. When turning the vehicle's ignition on and off, watch for any unintended locking or unlocking of the doors. If you notice locks that tend to rapidly cycle between their locked and unlocked positions, or any issues with power sliding doors, be sure to proceed with caution. Though sensor problems aren't unheard of, issues like this commonly seem to be the result of a dead or dying battery. That's especially likely if the vehicle's used infrequently or commonly driven for short distances. So at any sign of trouble with power locks, have the vehicle investigated professionally with an eye for testing and replacing the battery as a likely fix. Tip number 3. Possessed sliding doors. Other owners have reported power sliding doors that open randomly when the vehicle is parked. In some cases, this is the result of accidentally touching the remote, though dealers have applied software updates to prevent other issues that can result in power sliding door problems. Some owners report power sliding doors that move through their entire range of motion without any trouble, but fail to latch. Unwelcome straining and binding noises during power sliding door operation are other trouble signs. These are some of the most commonly reported issues with this generation of Kia Sedona, but thankfully the owners community has come up with some helpful tips and troubleshooting measures if you encounter problems. Though one or more faulty sliding doors commonly necessitates motor replacement, don't fear the worst right away, as some drivers have had luck with a replacement weather strip that's less likely to harden over time, strain the motor, and cause issues. If possible, skip the power sliding doors for minimized potential headaches. Tip number 4. Head unit and electronics. A notable number of owners have reported issues with non-functional or wonky infotainment system head units, as well as associated electronic trouble elsewhere within the vehicle. After confirming the battery is healthy, try all hard buttons on the head unit and steering wheel, confirming proper operation. Work the rear seat entertainment system and climate control if equipped, and confirm that the backup camera works as expected when the vehicle is placed in reverse. Play some music on the stereo and confirm that the volume doesn't change on its own. These are warning signs reported by some owners as a possible precursor to outright head unit failure, which can be very expensive outside of warranty. In some cases, the entire head unit needs to be replaced by a new one, though it's unclear how widespread this problem is against total sales volume. Also, be sure to confirm that all navigation maps are up to date, that there are an adequate number of charge ports and that they're working properly, and that the navigation history doesn't show a bunch of airports and hotels, which can indicate that the vehicle may have had a former life as a taxi or shuttle. Tip number 5. Spark plugs. The Sedona's 3.3-liter V6 has spark plugs that need to be changed regularly, and the full details can be found in its owner's manual. The GDI engine relies heavily on optimal spark plug performance to run as smoothly and efficiently as possible, and stretching or skipping a spark plug change can result in numerous problems like accelerated buildup of engine valve gunk, misfires, and more. In any vehicle with a GDI-equipped engine, be sure to have your spark plugs changed in a dealer setting at or ideally before the intervals set out in its owner's manual. This helps keep your engine clean, healthy, and smooth. Do not underestimate the damage that dirty or worn spark plugs can cause to this type of engine. These tips were designed to help test driving shoppers more easily identify potential trouble areas reported by some owners. A careful test drive and shopping process that focuses on the areas we just covered can help you find a first-class copy of a second-hand Kia Sedona. If you found this video useful, we've got plenty more like it, so consider leaving a like down below if you learned something new. Head over to Driving.ca for the latest used car news and reviews, and subscribe to this channel so you never miss a new upload. I'm Justin Pritchard, and until next time, take care and drive safe.